Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
I'm here. Hi, YouTube. Now I'm going to talk to YouTube for a little bit. There's a lot of things I need to delete off YouTube. So let me see if I should do that. We're doing the book The Alchemist, YouTube. How are you today? Thank you, everyone that comes in to join us. I'm going to delete some things off my page, but I don't know if I want to delete those pictures. But I'm going to leave them on for now. Hold on a second. I'll leave that. Oh, I need to leave this one on, definitely. All right, I can delete some of these things. Hi, YouTube. How are you doing? Just delete that. I don't even know what this is. The monkeys. I don't even know what this is. We're just going to delete it. How's everyone doing today? And thank you. I'm stuttering. Thank you for joining. We are reading the book is The Alchemist. The Alchemist. And I don't know about you guys. I absolutely love this book. And I actually love taking my time with this book. I think that's one of my favorite things to do, take my time with this book. So I just want to advertise a couple of things before we get started. One of my group mates, Sylvester, gave me this t-shirt. Let's see what this says. No, okay, let's get rid of that. He gave me this t-shirt for my birthday. And it's from his SD account, Cynthia Anna James. I like tank tops, but they come in t-shirts, they come in backpacks. I think if I were to travel again, because I absolutely will not put my luggage in the belly of the plane. I think I'm gonna order a backpack. I might order a backpack for my sister. She likes stuff like that. Let me see what I can order for her, actually. This one is called Spirit Never Lies. And the reason why it's called Spirit Never Lies is because Spirit never lies. Even when y'all think Spirit is lying, y'all always come back later and go, okay, so you said I was going to meet this Gemini, but I thought it was this Gemini that I already been knowing. But it turns out this new Gemini came to work and he's flirting with me and everything. And I'm like, yeah. That's because Spirit never lies. So when I give you information, like, just absorb it. It's okay if you don't believe in a moment. Like, I got you. It's hard, right? But you rest assured, guys, I get readings too. And you can ask anybody that I get a reading from. I do not challenge the people. I might tell a story based upon something that they're predicting. But in the future, but I don't challenge. I'm like, okay. I'll take that. Like sometimes I get a tea leaf reading, right? And the person will inevitably always say, "Do you know a letter?" And she'll pick a letter, and I'll be like, "No." And I was like, "But I'm sure it'll show up." And sure enough, a letter D will show up, right? As an example, I'm just picking letters out of the hat today. The last time I got a reading, she said letter J. My stupid ass said, I don't know a letter J. My friend Jason, of course I know a letter J. But now I forgot what she said about the letter J. Because I was like, I don't know a letter J. But okay, letter J. I don't know why she brought the letter J up. But she did. Um, so he's got all kinds of t-shirts. I really want to invest in going over his SD shop again with him soon, probably in early September, because then we can look at all the hoodies, the backpacks, So get your hoodies. And when I tell you they are quality, quality, it is well worth it. You're going to stay warm in these hoodies. It's hoodies and sweatshirts. So you can get the hood, you can go without the hood. Personally, I like hoods, right? Because on any given day, early in the morning, especially if you're in the East Coast, it's cold, put that hood on. Midday, not a problem. You don't bother with the hood, you don't touch it, but it's there. You go home after work, boom, cold again, put that hoodie on. That's just me. Let me just see something. Um, so another person I get a reading from is my good friend Jason. Jason is going to be on today to advertise his next class. And Jason's next class is going to be next Saturday, August 27th at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. It's a 2-hour online course that only costs $10. And he is going to teach you how to read your tarot when it comes to your animals. Now, if you're not liking that, that sounds crazy to me. Because there are times, especially when my animals started to get sick, right? When they're normal and healthy and bouncing around, right? They're just annoying, right? But when they started to get sick, there were times when they would just look at me and they would be like, I'm in pain. Well, of course, I'm a psychic, so I understood doggy language. But I still wasn't good at it, right? I wish somebody would have taught me how to take because that concept never came to me, how to take my tarot and read animal energy. So Jason's going to teach you. So come on board. It's only $10 per person, and he has PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. So come on board and do a online course on Zoom on how to read tarot. That's going to be fun. I wish I had some animal tarot, like cat tarot, doggy tarot. They're out there. They're out there. So if you want to invest in getting tarot cards for the class, go ahead. You don't need to. Regular tarot will work. It'll work the same way as people's. All right. Um, Also, Cynthia Anna James, all right, Sly Jackson, that's his name on Instagram. He also made a super psychic uh, mug, but I think it's also in a t-shirt. I love the super psychics. Oh my God, I love it so much. And again, this is Sly Jackson, Sly Jackson, SD account, Cynthia Anna James, which he named after his mom. All right. Last night I did honey magic. Honey bread magic. I had so much fun. I had so much fun. Recently I had gotten a reading. Um, and one of the things I heard out of the reading was do what you want. Don't hold yourself back. And sometimes in magic, I do hold myself back. I have concerns as to being responsible in doing the right things, right? Because that would be my job. My job would be to be responsible. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what I need to do? I can speak on magic, And I can make sure that you guys are responsible for yourselves. That's what I could really make sure. Wait, what happened? All right. Let me just check something here. How did that go down? See? Don't trust that. Yeah, let me just change the name because I meant to change it to Honey, HUNNY. And this is so you can get, a significant other, a wife, a husband, a partner, a loving partner, people. Loving. Stop investing in toxicity. Sometimes toxicity is all we know, but stop investing in toxicity. Learn to recognize it, not be drawn to it because those triggers you had in your childhood. All right? Good health, Lisa D. And good health, Sandra Joe. Yes, spirit never lies. And grand rising, Tracy and all. Please take care of yourselves. Peace and love to all. I love that. Thank you. Yes, grand rising to all. I also want to tell you, let me just make sure. Okay, I'm good. I also want to tell you that I brought a hand woven Mexican um, blanket. And I forgot where the woman said it was from. I think I wrote it down though. Hold on a second. Let me check back on my phone because I think, turn this off. I could use another cup of coffee, but I only have one more Keurig for Sunday, and I don't have one for Monday, and I'm not going out. Let me see. I think I did put it somewhere. Darn it. Oh, I thought I wrote it down somewhere. Hmm. Let me see something. Yay! So cool! And golden. The golden feather. Oh my God. What is going to happen with you, Melissa? Damn. Melissa's showing me in text message a feather, and it's, unless I'm wrong, it is golden looking. Let me see now. Tracy, where could I have put it? Nope. So disappointed in myself. I can call the place to see where I got it from, where the blanket is made. So I've had the blanket on my bed for a couple of days. I didn't use it. It's very hot near the equator, right? But the other day, it was cool enough to use it. I almost forgot I had it. It was actually in my living room, but I have two blankets in my living room, so it didn't need to be there. And so I went to go get the blanket just to put at the edge of the bed, just in case it got cold. So whenever we get torrential rains, which we do get really, guys, really heavy rains, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, it only comes at night. The heavy, heavy, heavy rains only at night. What's that about? Okay, so the rains came, but with rain comes the whipping of the wind, right? I always see it as Shango or Oya coming through. We rarely get thunder or lightning, but when we do, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, because it's flatland. So you are going to hear that thunder and you're going to see it because it's flatland, right? But it's rare. In any case, the wind comes through. I got my blanket. I'm passed out, completely passed out. I did my Tracey After Dark, and because it takes so much energy, like I'm I'm out for the count. For the count. But thank God I had the blanket because the automatic is to grab the blanket and put it over you. When I grabbed the blanket and put it over me, oh my God, the visions that came to me. So so many, and I was sleeping, right? And I was like, oh, whoa, 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 this is a lot. And then I was like, but I think I'm gonna enjoy it. So I went back to sleep to seriously enjoy what Spirit was telling me. You know what I think? I think I didn't sleep last night. I think I was like awake, but in another realm. Because it was so much fun. Something about Ronald Reagan. What the fuck is that about? Ronald Reagan came up, and this blanket had something to do with Mexico and superheroes, superhero women, superhero women. And I was like, what is that? But I was so happy to have had the experience and to invest. And I couldn't remember enough of it. And guess what? I have a book and pen by my bed and did not get up to write anything down. So that I did forget. All right, guys, I'm still hungry, mortifyingly hungry, but I had breakfast already, so I can't just eat again. I enrolled in tarot for pets course. Oh, I want to be able to communicate with cat's energy. Oh, yes. Oh, you're gonna love it. Listen, have you had any classes with Jason? Have you had any classes with Jason, Lisa D? Because Jason blows it out the water. He blows me away with his ability to one think outside the box, right? The one thing I love about Jason is that he's not copying others, right? And I love that about him, right? Because we're limited in the metaphysical world. We are. We're just limited. Jason has found a way to reinvent the wheel in tarot. And it is the craziest thing I have experienced with him. And he has moved the bar in tarot. He has moved it. So I love the fact that he is giving a whole course on. Let me put it up again. So he's gonna come on my show today, hopefully at 1 o'clock, because I switched the time on him, but he didn't answer back at me. And we're gonna talk about his course that he's giving, why he's giving the course, all right, and invite you all to join him next Saturday. So Lisa D, girl, you're gonna love it. I've never taken a tarot course. This will be my first one. Oh my God, you're gonna love Jason. You are absolutely gonna love Jason. Also, Jason gives classes to keep your tarot refreshed every Sunday. It's not classes; it's a club every Sunday. So you are really gonna enjoy this experience. And if you want to continue on with Jason, there's a way. Also, Lisa D, I don't know if you realize it, but Jason gave a course because he's really good at this stuff on how to create a book on Amazon. And several people that I know have already created books because of Jason's course. So that's how fabulous this man is. I have to like blow the horn on my friend Jason. All right, let me get Melissa on. Hi, Melissa. How are you? How are good health? How are you?
can see me, and I was like, I was just talking to Spirit. I was like, oh my gosh, I said, I miss my daughter. Next minute, on the floor, I turned the corner.
Yeah.
And the feather was on the floor.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that, Melissa. And I love that you said, I miss my daughter.
Yeah.
And then it showed up.
Then it shows up.
Yeah. That's nice, Melissa. Talk about people that's reinventing the wheel and finding herself, Melissa. You're finding yourself in a new platform. How does it feel?
You know what? I don't know. You know what it feels like? It feels like I got a lot of energy when I do it.
Yes. I understand that. Yes.
And I do it at night.
Yes.
And I do it at night.
Yes.
And it's like, I feel like I'm up with Spirit. Like, okay, we can sit here and chat for a little while.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I've been having, I'm still doing since we did the Lion Gate, one of my candles finished, mm-hmm. 2 more is still going, mm-hmm. but everybody is clear. It's like dark on the top.
Yeah.
And then going all the way down, it's completely clear.
That's good.
Like, okay. I said, come on, Divine God, move the obstacle down my way. Come
That's
on.
right. That's right, Melissa. Well, definitely, and, the candles are showing you that, yeah, we are moving the obstacles out your way. But to be honest with you, Melissa, you kind of have to do it yourself, too. So Spirit is just working with you because I feel like you're moving your own obstacles by believing and all that good stuff,
Right. That's true because, you know what, too? My grandma used to say, I forgot when she said those who love others. I forgot her saying.
Mm-hmm. But what does she mean?
Another thing, too. I don't know what. I forgot.
It's okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I got to ask my mama if she remember.
Okay.
But, so yesterday, we're going to, I don't know, every time I'm thinking about somebody, something happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yesterday, I go and I order Uber Eats. I said, you know what, Bestie, I'm going to order some breakfast. We do that every Friday.
Right.
So, I go outside and I said, my God, an Uber person. I said, they're going to get here, but I said, they're taking a little slow.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about my grandma.
Yeah. And
the Uber Eats lady was a little old lady.
Oh my God.
And she had a spark car. The spark car.
Uh-huh.
She had the spark car I wanted.
Yeah.
She says, I've been doing Uber Eats since I was during the pandemic.
Oh.
I was just looking at her like,
wow.
I'm like, Spirit, you bring an old little lady.
Yeah.
Driving Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But she tickles me because I like she just remind me of my grandma, and I'm just like, what is that? I said, wow. I was thinking about my grandma, and next thing you know, here's an old lady.
Yeah. I don't believe that's an accident either, Melissa. Right?
Right.
I think Spirit is like, man, you go pick up Melissa's food so she could have this memory with her about her grandmama,
Right.
Right?
And the thing about it is my grandma never tried, but it was just like so cool. I was like, you know what? I realized too. I said to my friend Steph, I said, girl, you know what? It tickles me a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like these people here, these people that live in a senior living home, like, they don't know what it's like to sit there at her age and same age as them but she's doing Uber Eats,
Yeah.
and they are just being serviced to every day.
By this mature.
It's different.
How old do you think she was, sweetie?
I'm gonna say, I think that woman had to be. I'm gonna say, she might have been 75.
Oh my God.
She was old.
Oh my God. Wow.
She was old.
Yeah, yeah. Old and surviving. Thank God for Uber Eats, child. Do you know what I mean?
Old and surviving. She said, I've been doing it since the pandemic. I was just like, wow.
Wow.
I said, grandma's out here hustling.
Good for her. She survived during the pandemic. She thought outside the box and was like, I got me a car. I'm going to do Uber Eats.
Right.
I'm proud of her.
I said, oh my God. I said, it made my day.
That's right.
I was like, just to know.
Yeah.
Even when we get older.
Yes.
To know that if you still got it in you, you're going to push through and do it.
That's right. That's right, Melissa. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm proud of her. And I'm glad you told this story.
Right. Oh my gosh. I was like, you know what? That is a blessing. Thanks Uber Eats so people can go and, and make some money at the same time. It's like, you just never know who you're going to meet. I said this woman had to go pick up my food and deliver it to me. And then I got to see her and I was like, oh my God. I said, thank you for working.
And Melissa.
So Spirit has been.
And Melissa, she came out looking like your grandmommy.
Right.
You know? I love that. I absolutely love that.
I was like, what is going on here? I said, everybody
Spirit.
about. I said, past and present. Everybody is just creeping up and like, but in a different way. It's like you got to catch on the messages. It's like you don't catch on. You're not going to recognize that they left you a message.
That's right. That's right. You know, I bet you needed the message too, though, Melissa. Is that true? Did you need to have this message the way it was given to you?
I don't know if I needed it.
Okay.
I just probably, I mean, because I know that my grandma's okay and everything. That's how I always feel.
That's right.
I always feel like,
That's right.
But after seeing the dimes, and you were like, remember I was finding the dimes at work, and they were popping up in the same spot, and you like, oh, that's your grandma, and then again, so I guess she's trying to tell me like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't know what your mission is, so she probably knows more about whatever I gotta do, but what I love is that my grandma support me doing readings and everything.
Yes.
She supported me.
Yes.
Grandma was like, oh my God. She was like, she called my room, my office. She's like, you're in your office. You've been in your office for like 3 hours. And then you call Grandma? And then
she already
and I was
knew.
like, that kind of support. I was like,
She already knew.
She already knew. Oh my goodness. But I'm glad I got to, to tell you that story. And I have to say thank you so much, Dory, for the presents because it is so cool.
Yes.
Can I tell you something? I haven't used a candle in years.
You haven't used a
people everybody, just cut the cake.
You haven't used
a candle in years, like on my cake. A candle on my cake. I haven't used that in years. I always say to everybody, just tell everybody, just cut my cake, please. Just cut it. Yeah.
Well, tell
So, what I like about
everybody,
this candle,
tell everybody what I gave you.
oh, okay, so Dory gave me a beautiful birthday card.
Yes.
And I love that. I'm like, this shit is really cool because I'm like, I got 2 birthday cards,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the other ones with the hummingbird, which I know that's my omen.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I love their card, Tracy, because I love the blue, because you know blue is healing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And actually got nice handwriting. I have to tell you that. I don't got good handwriting, but you do.
It's all fancy, but you can't read it. Trust me.
No, I can read your handwriting.
Good.
I'll say what you wrote. It says, "Happy birthday, Melissa," and it says the 0 that I have right here, or should I say so? But I think it's 0. 0 is for candle magic.
Yes.
Begin you when in.
Told you couldn't read it.
When in the soul. No. Beginning.
Yes.
You when in the soul appears.
Yes.
And it says, no regret.
No regrets.
There's no regret.
Right. So.
And it says, I hope today brings all your happiness.
Yes. So what I was trying to say.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
What I was trying to say.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, good. What I was trying to say is that I was giving you the number 0 to give you permission to start again like fool's energy. Like the fool.
Mm.
So, you got 0 to never have regrets. So, start your life over from this birthday on. Use the candle for candle magic, but go through the center of that 0 and start a new life. No regrets. You understand?
I love that. It makes me feel like I can just walk right through the 0.
Yes. Yes. Walk right through the 0. That's what I was trying to say. Like the fool. Right? Like the way a teenager begins life at 18 and they don't know what's ahead of them, so they have more optimism than a 30-year-old person, right? They don't get what's out there because they have such a strong belief system. So I'm saying start again that way. Start over.
I definitely will.
Good.
And I love the fact that it's green. So definitely, I'll be walking through some money. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And also, because of you, right? And the work that you've been doing in reading this book, right? And like I started to read The Alchemist this time last year, but I was doing so much and traveling, and so I would only read it when I was traveling. But I'm tired when I travel, right? I literally pass out on the plane. I start out reading, boom, 5 minutes in, I'm gone, right? And this happened all summer last week. And Spirit kept saying, you better finish this, you better do this book, right? And so when it came up after Revelation, it was like, okay, what do we do now? And I was like, well, I didn't finish The Alchemist. And you reading The Alchemist and with everyone here participating and that the bringing up the omen and the thermin, like I'm learning so much about Melchizedek, the omen and the thermin. So I went on eBay and I found someone that makes the Omen and the Thurman. So I also gave that to Melissa. So I hope you love it, Melissa.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
You know, and I love the fact that it is, you know, it's beautiful.
Good.
I was like, I got, and I was like, okay. So, I was telling Tracy, I was like, now I got to put this in the mojo bag.
Yes. Yes.
Thurman, yeah.
Yes, put it in a mojo bag. Also, Melissa, remember the black is a resounding yes. All right? The white is a resounding no. Okay.
You know what? You know you're giving me ideas right now, right?
No, you're going to use it in one of your videos. I already know it, Melissa. I already know it.
You already gave me an idea.
Remember, no regrets.
So hilarious.
Do whatever you want. No regrets. And you know what else I love about the Omen and the Thurman? And guys, I always want you to remember this. Because throughout history, it's been white is right. Or white is purity. Or white, right? And the Omen and the Thurman is in the Bible. And it starts out with black is yes. Right? So it just goes to show you how much people can even take color and turn it into a thing, right? And remember the color black in most stones are protective.
Right.
Right. It has protective energy. So I love the Omen and the Thurman because it's the first time where somebody's like, black is good. Black is a resounding yes.
Right.
So I found out, Melissa, that my grandson is going to live with his dad and his stepmom in Washington for this school season, right? But I'm telling you right now, Ezzy's a lot of work. Ezzy's a lot of work. He got a mouth on him, and he got Sagittarian temper. Right.
Then, you know, be like that. Let me tell you, that's Sagittarius.
Yep.
If it's not, when you say something, they always think what they say is right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was fire for me.
And his dad doesn't have my makeup, right? Right? His dad is like more quiet, more subdued, but he wound up with the fire energy child. I know what to do with fire. Right? My son, he's gonna learn, right? So Ezra went to go live there, and I was like, oh my God, is Ezra gonna be okay? Because in the past, when Ezra just goes on visits, he goes on visits like 3 times a year, but summer's a long visit. I have seen Ezra temper girl. It's terrible. Or I've seen him say like crazy shit, you know? And the parents are always going, what did you say? And then he just repeats it. Well, I said, oh my God. So, good luck to them.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Good luck to them. Ezra is work. But the mom said that she really felt like he should have more daddy energy, which I totally agree with. I totally agree with that. You know?
But you know what, too?
Yeah.
And you know what, too?
Huh?
Him being there, it's gonna challenge. It's gonna challenge to make your son grow more. Because you're gonna realize. Sometimes people don't realize how much.
Yeah.
Raising a child is until they gotta do it themselves, like completely.
Yeah. I think Ezra is gonna teach them something. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
That way is so vocal.
Huh?
listen, that boy is so vocal. I mean, my nephew's my nephew is Sagittarius, and to him, you could be making something for dinner, and he could be like, "I'm not eating that."
Ooh.
He said, "I want something else." He'd be like, "Oh, I don't eat that."
Oh, shoot.
Where you getting that from? I'd be like, "We're getting tacos, but I don't like that taco from this place. I like the tacos from this place."
So what does he do? Order his own taco and shit? What does he do?
Listen, you know what it is? I spoiled him over the years. So it's like, I'll be like, well, if he doesn't want to eat pizza, then I'm going to order him Chinese food. So they better prepare this.
They better be prepared.
Because once you start, they always think they're supposed to expect it.
Yes. But the funny thing about Ezra, I don't think he has the personality that can be disciplined, right? I think he showed up as is, period.
Right.
But I was telling you this story because I got my own Uman and Thurman, which, by the way, Melissa, I can't find.
Why you can't find Uman and Thurman? Where do they are partying in the Caribbean? They better stop it.
I guess so. I can't find it, but I closed my eyes and I said, "Will Ezra be okay?" And I pulled the black one, so he'll be okay. I'm pretty sure little Ezzy is gonna teach those crazy two something. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. It's challenging, and plus, I mean, and school's not easy neither.
Right.
Because you gotta make sure your child's work is complete.
Yep.
You gotta deal with conference meetings with teachers.
Yep.
You gotta deal with if he decided that he's gonna cuss somebody out at school.
Which happens.
All that.
All of it. That's Ezra. All of it. That's Ezzy. So it is what it is. He came down to be someone really special, so we'll see. All right, Melissa. How about if we get started on the book? But just let me see what everybody's been saying because I haven't been over to that side. Sin W says healthy rising, Melissa and Tracy and chat. Justice for all says good health. And good morning. Lisa D says good health, Melissa. So Melissa, before we start the book, I need you to tell the people what you're doing now on your YouTube channel.
Oh, well, okay, so I have a story, but I'll make it short.
Okay.
So I did a pick a card reading on, I did like a couple of piles the other day on Whitney Houston. You know, some of her greatest hits.
Right.
So I went to work the next day after doing that live.
Yeah.
And there was a Whitney Houston song came on, and a feather was on the floor by my card. And I said, okay, I got my message. I said, okay. So I was like, you're happy what I did? Okay. I was like, I need to know. You know, like I didn't ask, but it was like validation of listening and seeing.
What song came on?
You know, I don't even remember.
Oh no.
I think I got distracted.
Yes.
I don't even remember.
No. That's so cool though.
And you know, that is so, yeah. And I just be like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I'm like, okay. I said, all right. I you know, when you see little things like that. So like, some of the subscribers went and I asked them what songs, like which ones we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So a lot of people gave me different ones, and the sister from our group suggested Whitney Houston. So I said, okay, I'll do him first. I'll do her first. And yeah, they had some different ones on the list. But they have Mia.
Mm-hmm.
And she sings pretty good too, so she has a lot of songs too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and you know that before that I did the horoscope with a message for everybody for all the horoscopes.
Yes.
So I just say it's popular because sometimes unless you do it every week, then you never know when someone watches, then they get validation.
Yes.
So like for your video.
Yes.
You get validation later.
Yes.
That happens that same month.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, I know how that works. Absolutely. Musing says, good health, everyone. Good health, Musings. So, Sin W, before we start reading Sin W, my friend Jason is coming on my show today. Why is it not showing? Hold on. Oh, why is it not showing? Oh, that's so weird.
Oh my goodness, I love me some Jason.
Don't you?
Oh yeah, he's coming on your show today?
Yes.
I love when you got Jason on there. Jason is such a nice, calm, in-depth teacher.
Yes. Very good, calm, effective. Okay, so he's doing a whole course, Melissa, on tarot with your pets. So he's going to teach people, right? So,
listen, that's a game changer.
right.
Nobody else doing that.
That's my point. It's a game changer. Jason is so innovative and so smart. And I was telling everyone earlier that he moved the bar in tarot. He doesn't mimic others, right, Melissa? He has just really found his way outside the box in tarot. And that is crazy to me what he comes up with, right? His innovative type of readings, right?
Ooh. I love it. I'm like, so are we going to get our pets read or something? Because this dog right here, I need to know.
Yes.
Everything he wants me to do.
Yes. Well, Jason's going to teach you how to use your tarot and look at your pets. And it's a whole course next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So it's going to be exciting, Melissa. Just so.
I'm going. So, I'm definitely going to do it because it's always fun to go on Jason's side. There's always something to learn.
Yes. And it's only $10. Good morning, Mr. George. How are you today?
Wow.
It's only $10. Because the people I deal with, we don't overcharge.
No.
We want y'all to be healthy, get healthy, pets healthy. So we're not about to charge you $300 for a reading. I don't believe in it. You know how many people said, Tracy, you need to be charging $300. Why? So very secluded people can get readings from me? No, I want the girl in the hood. I want the working girl. I want to heal those folks that don't have enough money. Get out of here. You need to be charging $300. No, I don't. And it turns out most of the people that I deal with, none of us charge a lot of money. None of us. Yeah. All right, Melissa, let's get this party started with the book. I meant to start earlier, guys. I'm so sorry. Just Melissa and I, it's so easy for us to talk, two Leos. What can you do?
I mean, yeah, we have fun because you know what? It's fun.
It's just fun. Yeah. It's just fun.
Yeah. And thank you for the cinnamon leaves.
Oh, you're welcome.
Did you ever do a video about the cinnamon leaves?
Yes.
When you do a video with cinnamon leaves, then that's when I'll use it.
Oh.
And I know when you do videos, it's very helpful.
Right. Well, Melissa, actually, I did a video last night. I meant to put the cinnamon leaves in the honey bread. But I'm gonna redo the video so that it's real short, and I'll put the cinnamon leaves in the honey bread. It's for love, Melissa.
Well, you listen, when it comes to love, I could just say, it's like the fool call, like I talked about earlier. You just putting yourself out there, you're just jumping into the unknown.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I did a honey bread last night, and it's just that I ended work really late last night, so I only had, thank God I ate early, right? So I only had less than a half an hour to get myself together, and I didn't pull out the cinnamon leaves. So, but I'm going to do another short video to show everybody what I did. So I'm actually going to wind up making a second honey bread. So, and that's, maybe I'll bring choices into my life. All right, sweetie. Hi, Jules. Good morning. She says Tracy, Melissa, and everyone in the chat. Hello, sweetie. But in any case, for right now, Jason is coming on at 1 o'clock Eastern to talk about his course and what led him to do this course. So tune in, and we're going to talk for like 15 minutes tops. All right? And then join his class. It's only $10. Jules, I like your picture. A warrior with angels. Oh my God, I love that. Oh, I love African stuff now. I want my house to be like Africanist. I want some African statues, everything. All right, I'm over myself. I love that picture, Jules. All right, Melissa, we're on page.
Is it 36 or 37? I can't remember which one.
57.
Oh, okay. You want me to start from the top?
Oh, no, from 2 more months.
There's 2 more months on.
On page 50.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I see that 57.
Thank you.
I'm just started now. 2 more months passed.
Mm-hmm.
And the shelf brought many customers into the crystal shop.
Mm-hmm.
The boy estimated that if he worked for 6 more months, he could return to Spain and buy 60 sheep.
Mm-hmm.
And yet another 60. In less than a year, he would have doubled his flock.
Mm-hmm.
And he would be able to do business with the Arabic.
Yes.
Because he was now able to speak their strange language.
Wow.
Since that morning,
mm-hmm.
in the marketplace, he had never again made us Akuma and Dharma.
Mm-hmm.
Because Egypt was now just as distant a dream for him as was Mecca or the merchant.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the boy has become happy in his work. And through all the time, about the day when he would disembark. Thanks, Tracy. Disembarked at
Tarifa
as a winner.
Mm-hmm.
You must always know what it is that you want, the old king had said. The boy knew and was now working towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was his treasure to have wound up in that strange land. Meet up with a thief.
Yes.
And double the size of his flock without spending a cent.
Hold on, Melissa. Hold on.
Hold
on, Melissa. Notice what he said. You must always know what it is that you want, the old king had said. And the boy knew and was now working toward it, right? Meaning he's going to go back and get his sheep. And then the boy goes, maybe it was his treasure. Remember, he was looking for some big money treasure. And now the boy's getting smarter, right? He already learned the Arab language. And now he's investing in critical thinking. That shows him maturing. Maybe it was his treasure to have wound up in a strange land. Maybe it was his treasure to have met up with a thief. But all of this could lead to double the size of his flock without spending a cent. So notice how he's looking at the bad and understanding how good can show up. Don't we go through that, Melissa? Where we have so much bad happening to us, but a lot of people like to stay in the memory of the bad because that is the thing that gives them the attention. That's the thing that makes them feel good. But is it possible to look at a bad situation and learn from it? See the beauty in a bad situation? Like, I almost got evicted, right? You know what I learned? Pay your motherfucking rent. That's what I learned. Right? And so once I understood, and I had to go to court and had to talk to the judge, and oh my God, thank God the judge loved me and hated my landlord, that he made my landlord reduce my rent. But what did I learn from that? I learned that personally, I was a fuck up and I was making people respond to my fuck upness. So I never regret getting this eviction. It was a bad thing. I was worried. How am I going to get the money? I didn't get the money. I was paying my landlord, but not in full. And so I kept getting back, even though I wasn't paying him in full. And this went on for 3 months. And the landlord just got tired of it. And so he took me to court. And when all was said and done, the landlord fucked himself because the judge was like, you realize you're a slumlord from New York and I know it? And then the housing, whatever department took the building from him. He couldn't even keep the building, all because he took me to court. So funny. But that's not the revenge. That was spirit going after him for bothering me, right? That wasn't me. But in the same token, spirit is like, girl, we saved you from something. Don't go back there again. Don't go back there. And so I talk about getting evicted a lot because something good can come out of it. Like, I can grow up and learn my lesson. And this is what I'm getting from this boy. All of a sudden, he's like, maybe going to find this, coin of treasure and jewels. Maybe that really wasn't it. Maybe the treasure is, coming to a strange land, learning a new language, meeting up with a thief, but doubling the size of my flock. Right, running into the crystal shop. And because he runs into the crystal shop, the guy pays him. And his own gifts brings more people to the shop. And now he's got all this money to buy his flock when he gets ready to go back. So now, look what he's saying. The thief wasn't a bad guy. The thief had taught him something. Go ahead, Melissa. I just want to point that out. Right?
And you know, mischievous always felt like he said that boy's never gonna remember my name.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yes.
The boy remembers you.
Yes. Yes, he does. Yes. That's a good point. Yeah. Continue, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'll start on maybe. Maybe it was his treasure to have wound up in that strange land.
Yeah.
Met up with a thief.
Yeah.
And double the size of his flock without spending a cent.
Yes. Yes.
He was proud of himself.
Yes.
He had learned some important things, like how to deal in a crystal, and about the language without words, and about omens. One afternoon, he had seen a man at the top of the hill complaining that it was impossible to find a decent place to get something to drink after such a climb. The boy accounted or accustomed.
Go ahead.
The boy accustomed to recognize omens.
Yes.
Spoke to the merchant, "Let's sell tea to the people who climb the hill." Lots of places sell tea around here, the merchant said, but we could sell tea in crystal glasses. The people will enjoy the tea and want to buy the glasses. I have been fooled, but beauty is a greater seductor of men. The merchant didn't respond, but that afternoon, after saying his prayers and closing the shop, he invited the boy to sit with him and share his hookah, that strange pipe used by the Arabic. What is it you're looking for? Asked the old merchant. I already told you I need to buy my sheep back, so I have to earn the money to do so. The merchant put some new coals in the hookah and inhaled deeply. I had this shop for 30 years. I know good crystals from bad crystals and everything else there is to know about crystals.
Right.
I know its dimension.
I know its dimensions.
Dimension and how it behaves.
Yes.
If we serve tea in a crystal, the shop is going to expand, and then I'll have to change my way of life. Well, isn't that good? I'm already used to the way things are before you came. I was thinking about how much time I had wasted in the same place while my friends had moved on and either went bankrupt or did better than they had before.
Right.
I made me very depressed. It made me very depressed. Now I can see that it has not been too bad. The shop is exactly the same. I always wanted it to be. I don't want to change anything because I don't know how to deal with change. I'm used to the way I am. The boy didn't know what to say. The old man continued. You have been a real blessing to me.
Mm.
Today, I understand something I didn't see before. Every blessing ignored because a curse. I don't want anything else in life, but you are forcing me to look at wealth and at
Horizons.
I have never known.
Horizons.
Horizons.
Mm-hmm. You're
Right.
right.
I never known. Now that I have seen them, and now that I see how emerged my possibilities are, I'm going to feel worse than I did before you arrived, because I know the things I should be able to accomplish, and I don't want to do so.
Mm.
It's good. I refrain from saying anything to the baker in Typhon through the boy to himself.
Mm-hmm.
They went on smoking the pipe for a while as the sun began to set.
Yeah.
They were conversating in Arabic, and the boy was proud of himself for being able to do so.
Right.
There has been a time when he thought that his sheep could teach him everything he wanted to know about the world. They would never have taught him Arabic. There were conflicts of saying and of wrong that the sheep can't reach it. The old merchant,
Mm-hmm.
as he regarding the old merchant,
Good girl.
all they ever do really is look for food and water, and maybe it wasn't that they were teaching me, but that I was learning from them.
Right. Right.
Make up?
Say that again.
Is that how you say that?
That's
Is it make up?
make tub, but I don't know what it means. So I'm not sure of the
Me neither.
pronunciation. So just say make tub for right now. We can find out later.
Okay, make up. The merchant said finally. What does that mean? You would have to have been born an Arab to understand, he answered. But your language, it would be something like it is written. And as smothered the coal in the hookah, he told the boy that he could begin to sell tea in the crystal glass. Something there, just no way to hold back the river. The man climbed the hill.
Hold on, Melissa. Hold on. What happened there? What happened there? As he smothered the coals, this is the old man in the hookah, he told the boy he could begin to sell tea in the crystal glasses. Because there's no way to hold back the river. So what do you think happened to the old man at that point?
Well, you know what? I think the old man realized that, like he already knows, he knows the boy's a good omen.
Right.
But also, he knows that everything that the boy did, it always brought him customers.
Right.
You know, he doesn't want change because he's a creature of habit. He likes the same thing all the time. The merchants like the same routine.
Right.
But things have changed because he has more customers now.
Yes.
So I guess having, don't hold back the river is like, don't hold back what could do
Right.
Don't hold back what can do good for your business.
Right. The other thing is, and that's perfectly described, Melissa. The other thing is, he met up with an old man that was scared of life.
Right.
This is an old man that hid behind his shop and his crystals until he became an old man. Remember, he kept complaining, you know, my peers went on. Even if they got bankrupt, at least they went on, you know? And I'm
Right.
still here selling dusty crystals. And the boy comes to him and the boy goes, you know, I was listening to a man and I think we should sell tea. And the old man goes, other people sell tea. And the boy goes, yeah, but... And then the old man begins to realize again why the boy showed up in his life. And he starts to process it in front of the boy, right? And Mukta. He says Mukta, the merchant says finally. And he goes, what does that mean? And the guy goes, you would have to be born Arab to understand, he answered. But in your language, it would be something like, so it is written, so it is done, right? That type of thing, Moses stuff, right? And as he smothered the coals in a hooker, he told the boy that he could begin to sell tea in the crystal glasses. Sometimes there's just no way to hold back the river. Now, if you understand that meaning of holding back the river that cannot be held back changes the landscape. Your life changes when a flood comes, right? This is his spiritual, yes, this is his spiritual flooding. So he's going to ride the river now. He's going to understand that the boy is bigger than him. The boy brought the river. The boy is about change, which is what youth is about, right? Melissa, when I do my metaphysical tarot classes and when I do the book club, I'm only doing a book club, Melissa, because you guys, the youth, will carry on. I promise you. I don't get to carry on. But you guys are the ones that are going to carry on, the youth. And so when I'm hard on you, it's because I see. when I'm hard on you and I start cussing everybody out, what the fuck does that mean? No, because I know the responsibilities you guys have. You just don't see it yet. Because there's going to come a time, Melissa, I've got to step aside and let y'all do y'all in the metaphysical world responsibly. The only thing I'm offering up is how to do it well. That's the only thing I'm offering up. Anything beyond that, y'all are in charge of your own lives and carry on. And so the relationship between this boy and this old man, this man has been stagnant. He was dying in that church, in that store, in that crystal store. The crystals were killing him. He had such fear that he didn't live his life.
No, I'm preaching that it wasn't like, and you know what, Sue?
Hmm?
It's like it was like stagnant energy.
Yes.
Like he was stuck.
He was stuck. Yes. Yes. He was stuck.
So you know what? It was like a blessing for that boy to come in his store.
Yes.
And he don't even he realized it.
I think he gets it finally. I want to say, nah, I think he gets it now. He gets it. It's a beautiful thing. When, think about it, Melissa. It's a beautiful thing when you wake up. Right? It is. It is. It's It's a beautiful thing.
It was time for the merchants to wake up, though.
Yes. Yes. Staying asleep is not allowed, Mr. Merchant Man. Not allowed. So, but look how good God is. The boy learns, right? The merchant learns, right? Like, it's beautiful.
Right.
You know, Melissa, when I was younger, and I would hang around with my dad. He wound up living with me. And I used to say to him, I'll teach you, whatever it was. I'd be like, I'll teach you. And my dad would say, don't teach me nothing. Don't teach me nothing. I just look at him. I just look at his dumb ass and I'm like, God? Like, right? How we going to do this, God? Because he ain't winning, right? I'm a fire sign child. You will not win, Taurus dad, right? And I knew I had youth on my side. And let me tell you something, Melissa. He was always being taught. He always had to sit back and kind of see things through my eyes. Yeah. I mean, he might have called me crazy, but that's not the point. The point is, you gonna learn today, Daddy. Stubbornness? Nope. I do not accept that into my life. And so I love this part of the book because this is where the youth can teach. This is where the youth can teach the mature. And sometimes mature people out there, like, sit back and listen to your children. They got something to say, and it's not going to be in alignment with your thinking. You know?
And you know what, too? I think the way the boy talks to the merchant, it's like, what do you got to lose?
Yes.
If you put tea in it, they're like, what are you losing from that?
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, everybody sells tea. Like, so what? Everybody sells coffee. So guess what? Everybody got to eat, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be someone that wants to buy from whatever coffee place. Right. So everybody's coffee place is going to make something.
Right. But not everybody can sell tea in a crystal glass. Right?
That's true.
Right? Yeah.
And how are you going to have a business where it's so isolated?
Yes. But remember, he was comfortable with that. But he was comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Remember, he said in the beginning.
You know what, too?
Go ahead.
You know what, too, Tracy? This reminds me of, like, the solitude card.
Yeah.
Just someone that just stays by their, like, he's a hermit.
Yes.
But he doesn't realize that he was a hermit for years.
Yes. He gave up, Melissa. He gave up.
Mm-hmm.
And here this boy come in to restructure all of that. That's what's beautiful. Again, I'm back to the youth. How does the youth get to change you? They change you by showing up, Melissa. Just by showing up. So it's beautiful. All right, sweetie. Let's continue on.
Let me see. Where did I left off? All right. Oh, so we're on page, for anybody that just came in the room, we're on page 61.
Yes.
And we're at the man climb, the hill. And they were tired when they reached the top. But there they saw a crystal shop that offered refreshing mint tea. They went in to drink the tea. on, and he bought some crystals. He was entertaining guests that night, and the guests would be impressed by the beauty of the glassware. The other man remarked that tea was always more delicious when it was served in the crystal.
Yes.
Because the aroma was retained. The third said that it was a tradition in the Orient.
Let me see.
Orient?
Hold on. Orient.
Okay, Orient.
Orient.
To use crystal. Orient. To use crystal glasses for tea because it had magical powers.
Oh shit! Hold on, Melissa. Hold on. Melissa, hold on a second. So now we're learning something else, right? We're learning something else. My wife never thought of this, said one. He brought some crystals. He was entertaining guests that night, and the guests would be impressed by the beauty of the glassware. The other man remarked that tea was always more delicious when it's served in crystal because the aroma was retained. I don't know if if you drank something out of a plastic cup as opposed to a glass, it tastes different, right? And so I get that when he goes, it's more delicious when it's served in crystal because the aroma was retained. The third man said it was a tradition in the Orient, which is Asian culture, to use crystal glasses for tea because it had magical powers, Melissa.
That's really cool.
That's cool. And you know how we all love crystals. Now we got to find some crystal cups out there, child.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And start drinking some tea out some crystal glasses. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it though?
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got to talk to Esquibo Gems.
I would definitely, if they have crystal cups or whatever, I would just like a nice moonstone, rainbow moonstone.
Oh, Melissa, that would be gorgeous. You know, the Chinese always drink in these little tiny cups, right? So we got to ask Esquibo Gems if she can find us some crystal teacups. And you said a moonstone or aura crystal, that would be nice too. Aura crystal.
Oh yeah.
We got to ask Esquibo Gems to look for some crystal teacups. We have to, Melissa. We have to.
I mean, it just sounds so fun just to have, especially when you're talking to intentions and your water and stuff, and just having in the crystal cup.
Yes, and to know that the crystal offers magical powers. Oh heck no! I'm all down. We gotta talk to Esquibo Gems now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be some magic.
Yes.
All right, where was I? So I'm on the bottom of page 61, and it says, before long, the news spread, and a great many people began to climb the hill to see the shop that was doing something new in a trade that was so old. Other shops were open that served tea in crystal, but they weren't at the top of the hill.
Right.
And they had little business. Wow. Okay.
So look at everything changing.
Right. It says eventually the merchant had to hire 2 more employees. He began to import enormous quantities of tea along with his crystals. And his shop was sought out by men and women with a thirst for things new. And in the way the months passed, the boy awoke before dawn. It had been 11 months and 9 days since he had first set foot on the African continent. He dressed in his Arabic clothing of white linen, bought specially for this day. He put his headcloth in a place and secured it with a ring made of camel skin. Wearing his new sandals, he descended the stairs slightly. The city was still sleeping. He prepared himself a sandwich and drank some hot tea from a crystal glass. Then he sat in the sun-filled the doorway, smoking the hookah. He smoked in silence, thinking of nothing, and listening to the sound of the wind that brought the sense of the desert. When he had finished his smoke, he reached into his pocket and sat there for a few moments, regarding what he had withdrawn. Yes. It was a bunch of money, enough to buy himself 120 sheep, a return ticket, and a license to import products from Africa and you okay, Tracy? Thank you, Melissa. I am sorry about that. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. I let myself get too dry. I'm so sorry, Melissa. Go right ahead. It says he waited patiently for the merchant to awaken and open the shop. Then the two went off to have some more tea. I'm leaving today, said the boy. I have the money I need to buy my sheep, and you have the money you need to go to Mecca. The old man said nothing. Will you give me your blessings? Asked the boy. Yes. You have helped me, the man continued, to prepare his tea, saying nothing. Then he turned to the boy. I am proud of you. That's right. That's right. You brought a new feeling into my crystal shop. But you know that I'm not going to Mecca. Just as you know that you're not going to buy your sheep. Who told you that? Asked the boy, startled. Said the old merchant, and he gave the boy his blessing. All right, hold on, Melissa. What happened there? I'm proud of you, he said. You brought a new feeling into my crystal shop. But you know that I'm not going
to go to Mecca. Just as you know that you're not going to buy your sheep. Why did he say that to the boy? Let's process what the... Go ahead. Well, you would think so, right? You would think so, right? That's not the way I see it. The boy educated himself. He learned Arab. He learned how to build a business under this old man, right? How can he go back to sheeping? You can't go back again. Huh?
After he built up so much with the whole change.
Yeah, he changed. His soul changed. His cells changed. His kundalini changed. His intelligence changed. Right? Now remember, the old man is an old man for a reason. This is where they go back to change places, right? So the boy changed the old man. But the old man is old for a reason. So he looked at that boy and he told that boy, you can't go back again, sweetie. Right? He says, Maktab. So it is written. You can't go back again. You've changed. Has anyone ever had friends and then you walked away from the friend for like a year or two and you're so glad to have your friend back together when you all meet up again and you realize, oh my God, why did I ever like you in the first place? What the hell was I thinking? Because you shifted and grew. And sometimes when you go back to old friends, sometimes you see they don't change. That's the same thing here. This kid can't go back to doing sheep after being around people and understanding and studying the omens. He's just going to go back and talk to sheep. So the old man had to plant something to get him to recognize, So he wasn't discouraging. He was like, boy, you don't even know. Can't stop the river. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Everybody's so quiet on the chat. Yep. And notice the old man gave the boy his blessing. He's like, can I have your blessing to go? And in the end, the old man was like, of course, you have my blessing. Just like his dad gave him his blessing to be a sheep, a shepherd. And so the old man is like, of course you have my blessing. You know why the old man gave his blessing? Because he didn't want the boy to be stuck like him, afraid. The boy's an amazing, amazing character. The old man let that boy go into the world to do amazing things. So that's how you know he didn't hinder him. He just said, oh, you ain't going back to sheep, child. You know it, and I know it.
Because he realized his change.
Yes. That's where the elders know better than the youth. The youth changed the man, but the elder is an elder for a reason. So he's like, no. You've done too much. You've grown too much. You're highly intelligent. You learned Arab. You communicate with folks very well. You understand Omen. So no, you don't get to go back. You get to go forward. And then the old man said, I give you my blessing to leave, not to become a shepherd. There you go. Wow. That's crazy to me. That's so crazy. Whew.
And you know, too, like, he gave that merchant enough respect to ask him, can I get your blessing?
Yes.
Before he went on his journey.
Yes. Notice the respect. Right? All of these things are important. And you know why? Let me tell you why respect is important, Melissa. Because one day you're going to be grown. One day you're going to be an old man. And you're going to want the same respect, I promise you. Because you're going to have elder stories to tell. And you're going to want people to listen and absorb your energy, not disrespect. Yep. It's beautiful. Good point, Melissa. All right. Let's finish up. This was good today. And
it's getting good. Let me see where I'm at right now. Okay. We're on page 64. We're on the bottom. And it says the boy went to his room and packed his belongings. They filled 3 stacks. As he was leaving, he saw in the corner of the room his old shepherd pouch. It was bunched up, and he had hardly thought of it for a long time. As he took his jacket out of the pouch, thinking to give it to someone in the street, the 2 stones fell to the floor. Uma and Thelma.
yes.
Wow.
Right.
I made the boy think of the old king. It made the boy think of the old king. And it startled him to realize how long it had been since he had thought of him. For nearly a year, he had been working increasingly, thinking
wait, sweetie. No, he had, hold on, Melissa. He had been working incessantly.
Oh, incessantly. Thank you. Thinking only of putting aside enough money so that he could return to Spain with pride. Never stop dreaming, the old king had said.
Yes.
Follow the omens. The voice of Uma and Dharma. And once again had the strange sensation that the old king was nearby. He had worked hard for a year, and the omens were that it was time to go. I'm going to go back to doing just what I did before, the boy thought, even though the sheep didn't teach me to speak Arabic. But the sheep had taught him something even more important, that there was a language in the world that everyone understood, a language the boy had used throughout the time. And he was trying to improve things at the shop. It was the language of enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm, right.
Enthusiasm, yeah. Of things accumulating.
Accomplished.
Or things accomplished. believed in the desert.
And to something believed in.
Yeah.
Hold on, sweetie. Hold on. And as part of a search for something believed in and desired. So hold on, Melissa. It was a language. He had learned something, right? And he said the boy had, let me see. But the sheep had taught him something even more important. That there was a language in the world that everyone understood. And I've never heard this before, Melissa. A language that the boy had used throughout the time that he was trying to improve things at the shop. It was the language of enthusiasm, of things accomplished with love and purpose, as part of a search for something believed in and desired. So notice, one, the respect he gave the old man, even though, remember in the beginning, he was like, oh, he's such a grumpy old man, right? But even he realized that when he talked to the man with kindness, the man changed. Or if he placed enthusiasm in the man, right? Well, what would happen if you sold crystals and tea? Where's the end of the world? Try it. So he put enthusiasm in the man, right? And he accomplished this with love and purpose. Again, this kid is growing. Remember in the beginning of the book, I was like, this kid is an idiot. He's an idiot. Now I'm looking at this kid who's becoming a man, intellectually understanding his own growth. He's like, you can accomplish things with a new language of enthusiasm. That's with love and purpose. And as a part of a search for something believed in and desired. That's a grown-ass man now. This kid has become and transformed, and it took a year for it to happen. So it wasn't overnight. This kid was trying to find some treasure in Egypt. But now look, his growth, his speech, his language, his ideology, he's the treasure now. Man, this is so beautiful. Whew. Go ahead, Melissa. I'm sorry. I get so excited. Tangia? Uh-oh.
Yeah. You know what, though, I have to say is that...
Tell me.
I love that boy learned a different language.
Yes.
He didn't learn that from the sheep.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's for food and for survival.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It wasn't for to teach him anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because they only know to eat and to survive their day to day.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. But now the kid learned a whole new language. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This kid is grown up, let me tell you.
It really is. All right, let me see where I'm at right now. It says Tandria was no longer a strange city. And he felt that just as he had conquered this place, he could conquer. He can conquer the world.
Go ahead.
Somebody's thinking big.
Thank you.
When you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it.
Okay, hold on a second, Melissa. Hold on. When you want something, the universe conspires to help you achieve it. So, Melissa, if there are blockages, do you know how many people during the COVID, when it was really, really bad, and people are like, Tracey, I keep looking for a home, but I can't get it. I can't get the home. You know, somebody else buys it before me. How many times has this happened? 7 times. And I'm like, sweetie, maybe spirit is saying no to the home. I know you got the money for the home today. Maybe they're saying no, because like in this book, when you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. So if the universe conspires against you, that is an omen. Because everything should be fluid in life. Everything. Right? So I want everyone to think on things that came easy to you. Something that you thought you couldn't accomplish. Boop, 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 boop. You passed that test. And you're like, I don't know how I passed that test. I didn't even sleep the night before. Because the universe conspired for you to become a nurse. Right? A doctor, right? The universe conspired for you to go to your second year of college, finish high school, right? The universe worked with you to get a particular type of job, right? So when the universe conspires against you, and that could be in any form, that could be with your children, that could be with your significant other, you have to sit back and you have to go, okay, something's not right here. I'm going to have to acknowledge that this is not something the universe wants me to proceed with until I recognize what the problem is. So I'm not going to force this issue.
Right.
So I just want to point that out. When it's good, universe got your back. You're so happy. You're like, I don't even know why I'm so happy, but nothing's ever going wrong. But when the universe makes things go wrong, you better listen. Don't fight the universe. The universe will always win.
No. Don't even fight it.
The universe loves you so much that when they say stop, shall, they mean stop. And omens, remember, are good and bad. So when bad omens come up, because I get this a lot in readings, I keep running into brick walls. This is going bad. That's going bad. Everything's going bad. And it's like, can we sit down a minute? Can we not try to open up a business while you hate your job? That energy doesn't go together. But if you say to me, Tracey, I just lost my job. I'm like, what are you going to do? Well, I called to see if I can just start my own business. Different energy. Now the universe will conspire with you.
Right.
Oh, child. When you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Wow. Go ahead, Melissa.
I love that.
Don't you? I love it too.
All right, we are on page 65, and we're on the top page.
Yes.
It says, but the old king had not said anything about being robbed or about endless
Deserts.
or about
Or
endless desert,
yes.
or about people who know what their dreams are but don't want to realize them.
Wow.
king had not told him that the pyramids were just a pile of stone, or that anyone could build one in his backyard. And he has forgotten to mention that when you have enough money to buy a flock larger than the one you have before, you should buy it.
Mm-hmm.
The boy picked up his pouch and put it in his other things. He went down the stairs and found the merchant waiting on a foreign couple, while two other customers walked about the shop drinking tea from the crystal glasses. It was more activating.
More activity.
Than usual. Oh, it was more activity than usual for the time of the morning. From where he stood, he saw for the first time that the old merchant's hair was very much like the hair of the old king. He remembered the smile of the candy seller on his birthday in Tangria.
Yes.
When he had nothing to eat and nowhere to go, that smile had also been like the old king's smile. It almost as if he had been here and left his mark, he thought. And yet, none of these people has ever met the old king. On the other hand, he said that he always appeared to help those who are trying to realize their personal legend.
Hold on, Melissa. So, what happened here? All of a sudden, the kid is at the top of the steps. He looks down at the old man's gray hair, and he goes, he looks like the king. And then he starts to think, wait a minute. The guy that gave me the candy when I had lost all of my money, he had the same smile as the king. Wait a minute, Melissa. Wait a minute. That woman that brought your Uber food looked exactly like your grandmother. Wait a minute. What the heck is happening here? Your grandmother is helping you find your personal legend, Melissa. She was happy to feed you.
Wow.
The king was always there. He was there as the candy man. He was there as the merchant. Remember what the king said? He transforms. Sometimes not as a human being. Sometimes as an inanimate object. So that the man could throw the stone, the man could throw the rock, and he threw it so hard with such haste because he was so angry that it landed on a stone that busted and opened up all these jewels because he didn't want that person to lose hope. So he became a rock so that person can live again. The old man had been following the little boy, every which way he went. The whole time. And this is not the first time you have told me about your grandmama, Melissa. You bring her up all the time.
She's right, because when I wore the pants.
Yes.
My grandma was with her inside, and I put, she went to Rouse and she bought a pair of capris or whatever, of jeans or whatever, she said, oh, she's like, I never wore these. I tried them on everything. You can have it. You know, she always gives me stuff. So, and that was the first time I went to Florida when I went down there to her to get, and she gave me the pants, the capri pants or whatever. Mm-hmm. So when I wore them to go to the family reunion, my cousin, who's very close with my grandma, you know, my grandma basically raised her, and I called her. I went in her car and I said, "Hey, Riri," and I cursed for a second. I was like, "Oh shit, that's not your name." I said, you know, and I said her name to her, and she said, "Wait a minute." She said, "Nobody else calls me that but Grandma."
Oh wow!
She said, that 90 seconds. My grandma. It was the nickname that my grandma gave her. She said only she calls me that. Only she knows that name. And then from that, it was like the whole night. It was like it kept coming out of my mouth when I was just like, Grandma, you just making me say, you making me tell secrets.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
60 seconds.
But do you see the connection between what we're learning in the book and how you started off telling us a story about your grandma and the Uber driver? Do you see how spirit conspires to have us understand them better? What are the odds that you're going to tell a story about the Uber driver that looks like your grandmama, and we're going to end the book, this, you know, the chapter today, with the boy going, wait a second, he looks like the king. As a matter of fact, the candy guy looked like the king. What the fuck is going on here? The king
10 seconds
has always been around, helping the boy get to his aspirations of being a personal legend, of getting to his personal legend. There are no accidents, Melissa, none. And so I'm hoping that everyone understands, like, can you understand through Melissa's words, the way she started out and the way we're ending, that we all are having this experience, all of us, and we're going to have to open up more to understand that our ancestors are around, our spirit guides are around. Start looking at the omens. Start looking at the butterfly. Start looking at that odd little red or blue bird that showed up. Like, what is that? Start looking at the ladybugs. Start looking at people differently. Because I promise you, an angel will appear as a raggedy, smelly old man, homeless. I promise you. Whew. All right, the chat got really quiet. Melissa, let's end there.
It probably was very deep because I feel like every week when we read a chapter.
Shit. Oh my God. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, we're ending on page 64, guys. Melissa got disconnected by Blog Talk Radio. So we're just going to let Melissa stay disconnected at this. Or maybe I disconnected Melissa. Hold on a second. I can't get back in. It sounded like I disconnected Melissa. Let me see something. Nope, they just ended. Your episode has ended. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Melissa, they ended the show on me. I'm so sorry, sweetie. But it's okay. You know, we got through so much today. It was so good. I just want to say thank you, everyone. You guys got really quiet. Nobody said anything since 9. Hey, Melissa. Nobody. Yeah, Blog Talk disconnected you. I know, sweetie. Nobody said anything since 9:51. Everybody was just listening. Melissa, thank you. Right? So I'm going to tell everyone to go and listen to the Melissa Burton show. She did the horoscopes, and she also does some segments with music and segments with music. And she also does pick a pile. And the last pile, you did a pick a pile, Melissa. And the last pile, I picked number 4, and it was so accurate. And I kept saying to myself, I was like, you said 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I was like, 4. And so I had to wait until 1, 2, 3. And then I was like, damn, I should have picked 2. And then when you got to 4, I was like, oh, 4 matches me. So funny. Melissa, thank you for growing. Thank you for trying to grow. Right? Thank you for not being like the old man, right? Thank you for trying different things. But remember, I'm counting on the youth. I'm counting on you. I'm rooting for you, all of you. And I got your back. Now, when I say I got your back, might I have to snatch your hair? Yes, I'll snatch you. But that's okay, because I don't hold grudges. I'll snatch your ass, and then I'll be like, you okay, sweetie? Okay, get going. You good. One of my clients called me the other day for a reading. So funny. So funny. And I knew I was too hard on her. And so I didn't see her in the feed the next day. And I was like, oh, man, I was way too hard on her. So I called her, and I said, are you, and I didn't call, I texted her, and I was like, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, no. I missed your show today because I'm traveling. I was like, oh, okay, good. I was a little worried. And she goes, you do realize you're the Sour Patch Auntie. And I was like, I love that. I love that. You're damn right. I'm the Sour Patch Auntie. Yeah, I'll be really sweet. And then I'll snatch you by your head. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Okay, we're good? You understood me? Oh, okay, so, okay, goodbye. I love that she called me the Sour Patch Auntie. I love that. Ciao. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dory. Thank you, Melissa. Tune into the Melissa Burton Show, everyone. Go and listen to the Melissa Burton Show. She does horoscopes. She does segments with music, and she also has a pick a pile. She changes it up every single time. So go with the flow and go look at her channel. And when she does come on, she comes on live. So subscribe, and then press the bell, and then press all. That way, when she comes on live, you can participate. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you. We'll be back next week on page 65. Thank you, Makizovic. Thank you, The Alchemist. Thank you, Paulo Coelho. Thank you to all the listeners. I hope we got through today to someone. My mama said, you change one person, and you've changed the world. Bye, everyone. Oh, Lisa said she loved the Whitney Houston one. Melissa. Bye, everyone.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.